Hey guys, welcome to my next video where I'll be talking about the new Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. The new suit that Henry Cavill was seen wearing during his ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, which is more of a vibrant version of the progression of the suit, the way it looks. Anyways, my name is Kevin Felix, and this is my new channel where I like to talk about certain segments or certain topics. Such as this about the new Superman suit, and then I'll call this my thoughts, my thoughts on the new Batman vs Superman movie itself, but today I'll be talking about the new suit for Superman. If you do like this video, I'll say this at the very beginning, I very much appreciate feedback, even though if it's negative, at least I can work upon it. I'm very new to this, so yeah. If you like my channel at all, or you subscribe, it would be awesome. It's all in your hands. So, further ado, I'm going to talk about the new Batman or the new Superman suit. I will add this, guys. If you hear rumbling, it's because people are ripping apart my roof right now and replacing it. So yeah, it's gonna be like this for a couple of days. So But anyway, just to get on to that, the Superman suit, the one that Henry Cavill was seen wearing during the new ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that he did, is a much more retro, vibrant version of the suit itself. Like the one that he wore in Man of Steel, it looked like a kind of like a rubber hybrid of sorts. Just the way it looked. This one looks more of a reminiscent of a more vibrant version of the suit, such as like the one Christopher Reeves wore. It just color-wise, not the way it looks. Like there are a few changes to the suit itself. The suit no longer has that kind of ceremonial if you remember seeing from the movie that he wore that kind of with the suit a circular oval on near his just below where a belt would have been, where the Superman belt really would have been. He had an oval, and then he also had these kind of lines that went up the side of his body on both sides. It was more of a ceremonial look to the suit, obviously from Krypton. In this film, at least from the look of the suit, that they're actually not going down that route. They've changed the way it looks. Instead of that kind of ceremonial look down here, they're actually going to put it looks like something like a belt. Like it's not a belt where you can take it off. It's part of the suit itself. But it looks like a rectangular bar that he's wearing near obviously near where a belt would have been. And it looks like, I'm not gonna say this looks. Oh shit! Sorry guys, my videos. I don't know why this did that, but yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, it almost looks in a way, and don't correct me, I could be completely wrong. There have been a few newer versions of the suit, which there have been photos of Superman wearing a kind of belt, like a very futuristic belt. Like it looks different. He wears, I think, it's very similar to the same suit that as Henry Cavill does, but he does wear a belt that he can take it off and so forth. It looks really good. They could be pushing toward that route. With this, I very much I liked it the way it looked, but I don't like the rectangular thing. I wish the rectangular kind of version of there is no belt, but we are going to kind of nod off to the belt. But I don't like it, frankly. I like the way they had it in Man of Steel, where he had kind of a ceremonial thing that came up, like oval, and then had his lines go up the side of his body from the suit. I'm more towards that. If you've seen certain photos, and obviously if you've seen Man of Steel, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Because they do not in any way go back to the belt. They just it's a one-piece suit and so forth. But in this film, they seem to be looking towards nodding toward the belt, but not putting a belt in there. But yeah, I don't know if I'm really sticky about it. Like a suit looks at least 80% of what it looked like when Henry Cavill wore it back in Man of Steel, but this suit looks much more vibrant, and it looks like they could be using a new kind of material for the logo, because it looks like actually something that they might have stuck on there that they might stitch together. It looks really good. It's a very vibrant color for the suit and for the logo itself. I did like it, but there is more of a blue to the suit. Like they're kind of pushing. Sorry again, guys. God, I keep checking people. I hate when people walk down when I'm making my videos, and then it's like I gotta start all over again. It's it's not fun. Sorry. But yeah, getting back to the suit, it just looks like I like it. I like the way they've gone with it. I just don't like the whole rectangular thing they have where the belt would have been. Like they don't need to change the suit that much. I think they should have kept the ceremonial thing that they had for Man of Steel. Kept that. The logo looked great. Like it looks, like it's more of a much more vibrant color, and looks like it could have been like stuck onto the suit or something worked around, something like that. I do like that very much. It's just the rectangular thing where the belt would have been. Like I just don't like that. They should have kept the way it looked in Man of Steel. But yeah, I just don't know. It's gonna be very interesting what Zack Snyder does with this. And the suit looks good. I do trust him. Like he has made some pretty good films. Like I did very much like Watchmen. I very much like 300 Rise of an Empire, even though I still think that the original 300 was a good movie. But yeah, it's just like a lot of people put down Zack Snyder, the director, and say, oh, he's not very good at making stories. Where you'd rather give him maybe the visual effects and the whole tone of the film, and then not have him touch the script. But we'll have to see in his upcoming films. But with the suit, it looks like he is going down the right route, other than the rectangular piece of shit that's below the belt, where the belt would have been, which I just don't like it. They should have just kept with the ceremonial, maybe a revised version of the ceremonial thing that comes up the body, the side of the body, on both sides, left and right. So yeah, we'll have to see how he wears it. Like the only footage that we've seen with him wearing the suit is in that kind of that footage that Zack Snyder showed us at Comic-Con, which I actually do have. I'm just too scared to post it anywhere else, because I'm sure if I post it, WB will come down like a bag of hammers. But I do very much like the footage and the look of it. It looks like I know from the still photos, obviously, too, that he looks like he's much more bulkier. He could be a little bit older too. Like we don't know how. I'm not sure how far they're setting this. A couple of years later, after the whole event that happened in Man of Steel with General Zod and so forth. So, like I like the footage, but from what he looks like in the footage and then what he looks like in the still photos is quite different. Like in the still photos, he looks like he's an older man. Like he's obviously like growing out of who am I as a person and where do I come from? He'll no longer be that. Like it's good that they did an origin story with him, but they obviously need to move away from that. They can't keep going back to that. Like in some films, so yeah, it's good to move forward with the character. Like it's good to give him an origin story if it's prevalent to give him an origin story, but it's really worth it. Like we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy that the only person who really got it more in depth look at his origin story was Star-Lord. The rest of them were kind of obviously we know from scenes that their whole life was who they were as a person was explained in small clips. It's like, he is this criminal record, blah, 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 and they were really fast to do that, and that's good. But it's going to be good to see how, how they're able to introduce Batman. Like, obviously we know that, he's there, it's just the way, like, the first scene of Ben Affleck as Batman, it will set the tone. It'll either make it or break it, kind of thing. We obviously know that with Ben Affleck. I know there's a lot of hate over him. I don't understand that. There was a lot of hate. It's I guess he is a great actor, and whatever he did in Daredevil was not his fault. He did the best that he could, and yeah, it's we'll have to see how things go. Like I do trust him as an actor. I did see Argo, and I thought he was great in those films. I don't think he would have taken his role up if he didn't think he couldn't do it. So we'll have to see from that. And I don't think anybody else could have actually played Batman because he's got that look. he is like an older man. Like we've all seen some of the photos that got leaked out with him being Bruce Wayne, and he's like shown having gray hair. Like he's an older guy, so yeah, it's gonna be very interesting what they do with Batman. And then his suit looks great. I thought his suit looked the most how do you put it, the most original that we've never seen. We keep seeing him pretty much rendition the whole Michael Keaton look. They keep giving him a revised version of that suit, and now at this point, this suit it's more of a ceremonial, just like Krypton, or like what they did with Man of Steel. It's a more ceremonial where this is who I am. He wears a cape. It's not all gigified with all these kind of like weapons all over the arms. Obviously from the photos that we've seen him wearing these the suit, and it looks like similar to what Henry Cavill used in Man of Steel. It's just like good they're using one-piece suits and not trying to make them too overly complicated like in the Dark Knight trilogy. I like the suit, but like obviously we know it was a closed universe, and like I like that suit, and I did very much, but we needed that was not the one. Obviously, I don't think we would have ever seen in this kind of universe with Superman and Wonder Woman. They're all traditional one-piece outfits that explains who they are as a person. So that's kind of the way it's going. With that, yeah, I really think this film is gonna be like a push off of. I do hope that they do this in some revisement. Obviously, we'll have to revise things or something like that. But they make them look like Injustice Gods Among Us, which I've actually seen all the cutscenes of the movie, which is on YouTube, and I really liked it. I really thought it was great, and that could be a really good storyline to go down. It might be kind of sketchy to have it. Superman kills his unborn child, Lois Lane. So I don't think they could go down that route. It'd be a little too dark for some fans. Some fans might be great to see it, but it's just for a family. If you want your kid to go see it, and then they hear, Superman killed his unborn child. It doesn't sound very good. No offense. There's lines, but you don't cross that line. You make it dark. You make it personal, and you want they could use certain storylines from the Injustice Gods Among Us comics, but that's one I don't think they should use with Superman. They could they could completely push that out the door and put the team together, and they start to fight these criminals or fight these bad guys, Doomsday, and have it in that dark universe without having to go to that place where obviously it'd be rated R. It wouldn't be good. You go, and then with the suit. I think this is still a revisement. They're going to continue revising the suit up until Justice League, where it may look even a little bit different. The only suit I don't think needs revisement, or actually does, is Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, which it looks good. A lot of people were kind of up and down about it. The new Wonder Woman suit, and just like Zack Snyder, these are all one-piece suits. There's nothing there's no gadgets all over the place. They're just, that's who they are, and that's their outfit, which I loved. I love that whole set on. Make them, they're not it's not going to be the Dark Knight trilogy, or it's not going to be like other movies where they have gadgets in their arms. With Batman, in those stills, he doesn't have that. He's just a strong man, and that's who he is. That's why I like those outfits. I like the one piece. What's the word for it? It represents who they are as a person. Those suits, and really don't need any more introduction other than seeing that suit and say, "Oh yeah, that's Batman." That's Batman. That's Superman. That's Wonder Woman wearing these one piece highly iconic outfits that make them who they are and stuff like that. So it's going to be very interesting what Zack Snyder does with it. My personal opinions are that Christopher Nolan will be more involved in the film. With Zack Snyder, he can be jumping all over the place. I do very much like him as a director. I just wish he did have outside counsel more with Christopher Nolan. A lot of people think, why do you want him the Godfather of the whole DC? And it's I don't. I don't want to see him Godfather DC Universe. I just want his input, his involvement, because I do trust him very much as a director. Like, you know, with Interstellar coming out, Dark Knight trilogy, like, I really wish he'd be more involved in the upcoming films. And it's like he's doing his own films, but like, I don't know. I really feel that he should be. Maybe he'll be a screenplay, or he'll write or something for Justice League. Like, I trust him and David Goyer. I think having just Zack Snyder and David Goyer is just not enough. You like to have a little Christopher Nolan, which is a little more structured. Like, he knows how things should look and so forth. Like, where Zack Snyder, he just kind of tend to go after a lot of the visual effects, making it look like a kind of, you know, trying to set the tone with huge visual effects, which it's not bad. It's just you gotta have the personal component to a character, just like in the Dark Knight with Heath Ledger, where you've seen Batman interrogate him, and you could see the pain in his face. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel what he feels, and not be overblown by visual effects like Transformers or those freaking movies I freaking hate. Like, they're good to watch as stupid movies, but other than that, like, that's it. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am with this. Like, you know, I'm very interested in what you think. You know, am I wrong on something, or something along with, like, you know, should maybe Batman suit have more gadgets? Personally, I don't think he needs them. We've all actually seen the outfit that he wore in the Comic-Con footage, which is a lot more. I think it's a more battle suit, where it's like a few inches of thick. Maybe it's a metal of some sort that outlines his face, goes down his body and stuff like that. That looked really badass. Like, and his white eyes, like, the suits are very industrious, very industrialized suits. You know, where they're taking almost directly from the comics, the way it looks and so forth. And also, the suit does come from the Dark Knight Returns. So, you know, I do like that they take a lot from the comics. They can't take everything, but they do at least take the key objects, such as the suits, and maybe part of the storylines and the relationships and so forth. And yeah, it's gonna be very interesting what happens with it. I do like the suit of Superman very much. I just don't like the bar thing. It looks fucking horrible. Sorry, my words there. But yeah, other than that, everything else looks very vibrant. I do like that, and also obviously they can tone it down in the movie if it's too much. So, anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I also do want to kind of push out that obviously you see my new Avengers: Age of Ultron, which will be in theaters May 1st of next year. I actually got this new T-shirt through the mail through a friend. Who sent it to me from Comic-Con, and I also have the Guardians T-shirt too. I'll show you in my next video. But yeah, I just want to promote that. Like, I can't wait to see Avengers: Age of Ultron, which looks freaking awesome. Like, I've heard some of the audio from the movie, which was leaked online from the Comic-Con footage. Which, like, this one guy, seriously, he has the footage, but he'll only release the audio, which everybody's fucking yelling at him. It's like, why don't you release it? And it's like, he's more afraid of getting sued. It's like, he can release it the first time, but if he has a copy, then he does it again, then they can come after even worse. So yeah, it's anyway, sorry guys to get off there. I just wanted to talk about the new shirt and obviously the new Superman suit and so forth. I do apologize for the noise if you do hear it in the video. Like, these guys will be done in a few days, but they're really pushing my roof. Damn, they're really pushing my roof down. It's not fun. It's fun to watch. Seriously, God, I think they're gonna go through the roof. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. And if you have any comments, concerns, or anything I might have missed in this video, being that I am just human, yeah, we're all prone to miss things that are very important. Very much, I would like to hear your comments. And if you like this video, please like it. If you liked it a lot, maybe subscribe. You know, I try to keep my YouTube videos going. You know, at least once a week. I do try my best to keep them up. But yeah, you know, one a week. I usually do a review and a segment where I'll be talking about a certain topic or something new in the news that has come up. And then I want to, you know, give my thoughts about it. But other than that, guys, thanks a lot for watching. And my name is Kevin Felix, and I'll see you next time.